For in Taipo, hope turns into reality. Yau Wing Kwong is an engineer turned environmentalist. He created a charity that protects butterflies at the Fung Yuen Butterfly Reserve. The charity gets 90% of its funding from the government and 10% from donors. More than 10 years ago, Yau rented this deserted farmland from private landowners.
If the farming stopped, then the weeds would take over, and then the change in the plantation would be changed also. Maybe that may not be suitable for butterfly. So that would sort of drive the butterfly to other areas.
So they pulled out the weeds and planted hundreds of different species of plants that butterflies and caterpillars would like.
Host plants are where butterflies lay their eggs. So the eggs become caterpillar, and then the caterpillar eat the leaves of the plants. So the host plant will allow them to have the next generation to be given in our area.
The caterpillars transform into adult butterflies and get their food from the flowering plants. This is a blue tiger butterfly. It's one of 200 species found at the Butterfly Reserve. That's 70% more than a decade ago because of conservation works. And this one is off to lunch. 80% of Hong Kong's butterfly species can be found at this reserve. In Hong Kong, you need a permit to legally catch a butterfly. Yao obtained a government license to catch butterflies for scientific research, and his team marks their wings to track their migration.
In 2011, we managed to catch a butterfly, and there's marking on the butterfly, and we found that this butterfly was from Japan. So we flew all the way from Japan of more than 2,500 kilometers to Hong Kong. So that one started a sort of scientific research in marking the butterfly in Hong Kong to find out the route of the butterfly migration.
Yao is worried that tropical butterflies have migrated to Hong Kong in recent years.
So we think that this is part of the climate change because the warming up of the Hong Kong climate. The local butterflies will sort of also migrate to sort of north. So that the whole thing is changing and we don't know what the effect is. So we are watching carefully on